Excuse me, I don't hear you. Yeah? Okay. Hello everybody. Let me introduce our lab. My name is Igor. Our lab name is CADCAM Dent. Really, we are not the lab like usual. We are a milling center. We received STL files from the dental labs and clinics which are using in their work lab scanners or intraoral scanners. In our work, we use milling machine from Besmile company, Aconia blanks, shade guides, liquids, milling burrs, etc., and go on. We start our work in 2018 like a trade company. We sell equipment and materials for digital dentistry. I visited many labs in Russia and I saw how does it work. Noisy, dirty, many techniques in the lab staff. And I decided to go another way. We should to use in our work high quality materials. The time for produce should be not more than 24 hours. Minimum staff, milling only zirconia restoration. No gypsum or printing models. During my communications with milling labs, with dental labs and milling centers, I received feedback from technicians and owners about their equipment and materials which they are used in their work. And I decided to use in my work the Besmile company materials and Besmile company equipment. Every year I visiting Besmile company office and the factory in China, Chengdu city. This is what I can say about this company. This is young and friendly team. They always ready to help. Research department of this company always looking for the best solution. Engineers ready to help 24 hours. And it's very important, especially for users who never used such equipment before. So let me describe you my working day with Besmile Solution, and welcome to our board. Join our trip. Let's go. Our working day starting from checking email. We check email and receive and download STL files. Then we start Hyperdent. We check file, for example, this one, abutment crown. We choose zirconia or PMI wax. We choose material, color, and start. We check all lines, implant interface, margin lines, holes. Everything should be clear. Then we install this restoration into the blank. We open the library. Here's the library with blanks which we used before. And here we can select the blank for this restoration. For example, this one. Here's the holes. We can see holes after the old one restorations. Here is our new one restoration. We install connectors. We can install in automatic mode or manual. Usually I prefer to install manual because automatically connectors install not so good. I think so. Maybe somebody use automatically. So we check in our warehouse blank for this case. I want to say you that it's only blanks which we are start. All these blanks are in our working now. We use in our work HT blanks, ST pre-shade blanks. Our main product, our main blank is SHTML blank. We call it all-in-one. We like it. Really, it's the best choice for any lab. Aesthetic, color, strong. We can discuss long time about this blank. I think Besmile company have a separate webinar about these blanks, but I want to say just one fact that I have customers which are using another famous brands, and when they need to mill something like all-on thicks or long bridge with gingiva, they mill these cases in our milling center with Aconia blanks. Why? They said that because another blanks have cracks. So we select the blank, check, for example, scaling rate, then push the button for calculate. After calculate, we should upload this NC file on a USB flash card and install into the milling machine. I also want to show you our cases. Usually we mill single crowns, abutment crowns. We also mill bridges, abutment crown bridges. Also, sometimes we mill crown bridges on bar. This is counting process. When we can see green line, the process is done. Then we upload the NC file to USB flash card, install our flash card to the milling machine and start our work. Now I want to show you how does it mill. You can hear it's a chiller, water chiller switch on. Milling machine have a C holder, good speed with high quality. As you remember, we don't use models and work with doctors. It means that results should be fixed directly in mouse without any problems. Happy dent with this milling machine 520D. D it means dry. Let us milling any case without undercut area. During milling process, hold the install blank in such angles that we can milling cases without any post-processing by hands. Really, we just cut connectors and install into the furnace. Also, I want to say that this milling machine can continue milling process after switch off electric power from the break point. Okay, let's go. I pushed pause. Also, I want to say that we don't need to use CADCAM cable. The Besmile company, research department of the Besmile company suggests another way. We have two cables with this milling machine. First one, main electric power cable. It's the first one cable, main power. And second one cable let us to connect vacuum cleaner and water chiller. Here's a water chiller, and here's a vacuum cleaner. When we push start button, electric appear on this cable and equipment switch on automatically. I can show you, for example, I start case, and you can see the water chiller is switched on. Why I don't connect directly vacuum cleaner? Because usually after the milling process is end, we use soft brush and the clean blank before we take it off. And then manually I switch off the vacuum cleaner. We use in our milling center one vacuum cleaner from company Renfrew with 2 milling machine. I think it's enough. We satisfied with this vacuum cleaner. In our lab, after milling machine is done, the technique cut connectors on this table. After that, we put our restoration to the furnaces. In our work, we use 2 furnaces. This is old one version. Now the Besmile company have a new one version. We don't use new one because we buy these 2 units before they are starting produce. So what I can say about these furnaces? We don't use in our job any paints before sintering, and I want to say that after 2 years, the space inside furnace and heating elements are clear because we don't use any liquids. Sometimes we use only dentin liquid with HT blanks when necessary to mill a case with more than 4 pontics. For example, like this. We can install inside furnace about 85, about 100 pieces in each unit. I think it's a good volume. Also, I want to say, if during sintering process electric power will be switched off, the furnace can continue its work without restart after switch on electric power. It's also very good for us because we don't control often how does it work, because sintering process often started at night, and only morning we can check what we have. So after that, if we work with clinics, we glazed our restorations. Here is a shade guide from Besmile company. Today we have about 20 constant customers and about 10 which milling sometimes when necessary to do job with seldom color or big size blanks. Unfortunately, many labs use in their work a few colors, only A1, A2, A3, and a few size, 14, 16, 18 millimeters. Main order we receive from labs and technicians. About 30% we receive directly from clinics. And I think the main problem when we start to work with clinics, it's detect correctly the color of the future restoration. In this way, Besmile help us. We use Aconia shade guide. Often clinics starting work with Vita shade guide, but in a few weeks they agree with us and start use Aconia shade guide. It's very good product, I think. Also, I want to show you our warehouse. We use PEMA and all colors and size blanks in our work. This is 16 colors and all sizes of the blanks, 10 millimeters till 25 millimeters. This is ST shade, HT white blanks, SHT ML, TT ML. So I want to say you that we're very glad with cooperation with company Besmile. I want to say that a few months ago we received status Besmile Solution Premier member. I suggest you study this product, suggest to use milling machine, Aconia blanks, liquids. If you have any questions, you can send me by chat and let me, I see now, and try to ask you. So here's one question from Russia. Furnace good, but too big. I think it's not a big problem because a really good furnace should be big. Earlier, we also used in our work small furnaces, and the results were not so good. Earlier, we also used in our work small furnaces, and the results were not so good. I can't see any questions. I don't know it's good or not so good. Hope it's good. I hope everything is clear. I can't see any questions. I don't know it's good or not so good. Hope good. Hope everything is clear. So my colleagues from Besmile company, would you like something add? So my colleagues from Besmile company. Okay, no questions. No questions. Okay, no questions. No questions. We can finish. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.